March 2024. A 22-year-old woman sits in front of her laptop, staring at an empty cryptocurrency wallet. $80,000. Gone. Vanished into the digital void. All her money, her savings, her way out, had disappeared into an untraceable blockchain. This is the story of how a young woman trying to survive became the target of a crypto scam so sophisticated, so calculated, that she never saw it coming. And how the platform that was supposed to save her became the doorway to her destruction. Phoenix, Arizona, 2018. Let's start at the beginning. Before the money. Before the scam. Before everything fell apart. Emma Davis was 16 years old when her life changed forever. She grew up in South Phoenix. Working-class neighborhood. Her mom worked 2 jobs, cleaning houses during the day, stocking shelves at Target at night. Her dad had left when Emma was 8. She had 2 younger brothers. Money was always tight. Not, we might lose the house, tight, but we're eating rice and beans for the 3rd night in a row, tight. Emma was a good student. B's mostly. A few A's. She liked art. Thought maybe she'd go to college, study graphic design. Her teachers said she had talent. But then, junior year of high school, Emma met Carlos. He was 19. Worked at an auto shop. Had a car. Had money, not a lot, but more than Emma's family had. He paid attention to her. Made her feel special. Made her feel seen. Emma's mom didn't like him. He's too old for you. You need to focus on school. But Emma was 16 and in love. She didn't listen. By January 2018, Emma was pregnant. Emma's daughter, Sophia, was born in September 2018. 7 pounds, 3 ounces. Perfect. And terrifying. Because Emma was 17 years old, still in high school, living with her mom in a 2-bedroom apartment with her 2 brothers. Carlos? He disappeared. Not immediately. But slowly. Stopped answering calls. Stopped coming around. By the time Sophia was 3 months old, Carlos was gone. No child support. No contact. Emma dropped out of school. She tried to finish her diploma online while taking care of Sophia, but it was impossible. Her mom was working all the time. Her brothers were in school. There was no one to watch the baby. So Emma dropped out. Got a job at a fast food restaurant. Minimum wage. $7.25 an hour. 30 hours a week because they wouldn't give her full-time, didn't want to pay benefits. She made about $900 a month. Her share of household expenses to her mom, $300. Diapers, formula, baby clothes, doctor visits, another $400. That left $200 for everything else. Food. Phone bill. Bus fare. Emma was drowning. For 3 years, Emma worked. Fast food. Retail. Cleaning offices at night. Anything that would hire her without a high school diploma. She got her GED in 2020. Studied at night after Sophia went to sleep. Passed on the first try. But a GED didn't change much. She was still making minimum wage. Still living with her mom. Still struggling. Her mom tried to help. But her mom was already stretched thin. 2 younger kids. 2 jobs. A car that broke down every other month. Emma's brothers helped watch Sophia sometimes. But they were teenagers. They had their own lives. Emma was exhausted. She was 21 years old and felt 40. She loved Sophia. Loved her more than anything. But she was terrified. Terrified of never being able to give her daughter a better life. Terrified of being stuck in this cycle forever. And then, in early 2022, Emma saw something that changed everything. Emma was scrolling through Twitter. Late at night. Sophia was asleep. Her mom was at work. She saw a tweet from a woman about her age. Talking about how she paid off her student loans. Bought a car. Moved into her own apartment. Was making $30,000 a month. All from OnlyFans. Emma had heard of OnlyFans. Knew it was a platform where people posted explicit content and charged subscriptions. She'd always dismissed it. Thought it was only for a certain type of person. But this woman in the tweet, she looked normal. Looked like someone Emma could know. And she was talking about making $30,000 a month. $30,000 a month. Maya made $1,200 a month working 40 hours a week. She started researching. Read articles. Watched YouTube videos. Lurked in forums where OnlyFans creators talked about their experiences. The more she read, the more it made sense. She could work from home. Set her own hours. Work while Sophia was asleep. No commute. No manager breathing down her neck. No standing on her feet for 8 hours. And the money could change everything. But Emma was scared. What if someone she knew found out? What if her family found out? What if future employers found out? She spent 2 months thinking about it. Wrestling with it. Justifying it. Talking herself out of it. Talking herself back into it. And then Sophia got sick. April 2022. Sophia, 3 years old, developed a bad ear infection. Fever. Crying all night. Emma took her to urgent care. The bill, $340. Emma didn't have $340. She put it on a credit card she'd opened for emergencies. The card was already maxed at $500. This pushed her over. The interest rate was 29%. Emma sat in the parking lot of the urgent care clinic, holding the receipt, and cried. She couldn't do this anymore. She couldn't keep living paycheck to paycheck. Couldn't keep one emergency away from financial ruin. Something had to change. That night, Emma created an OnlyFans account. Emma started slowly. She didn't show her face at first. Posted photos from the neck down. Lingerie. Bikinis. Nothing too explicit. She charged $12.99 for a monthly subscription. The first week, she got 8 subscribers. $104 minus OnlyFans 20% cut, $83. It wasn't much. But it was something. Emma kept posting. Every day. Sometimes twice a day. She researched what performed well. Learned about lighting, angles, captions. Learned how to engage with subscribers. Respond to messages. Make people feel special. By the end of the first month, she had 62 subscribers. $805 minus the 20% cut, $644. By the end of the second month, 128 subscribers. $1,330 after fees. It wasn't $30,000 a month. But it was more than she'd ever made working full-time. Emma kept going. Over the next 6 months, Emma's account grew. She started showing her face. Posted more explicit content. Offered custom content for extra fees. $50 for custom photos, $150 for custom videos. Learned how to use Reddit and Twitter to promote herself. She also started doing private video calls. $5 per minute. Some subscribers would talk to her for 30 minutes, an hour. That added up fast. By October 2022, she had 890 subscribers at $12.99 each, plus she was making an additional $3,000 to $4,000 a month from custom content and video calls. Total monthly income, $12,000 to $13,000 before OnlyFans cut. After fees, $9,600 to $10,400. Emma couldn't believe it. She was making in 1 month what she used to make in 8 months at several jobs. For the first time in her life, she had breathing room. She could pay rent. Buy groceries without checking her bank account first. Take Sophia to the park without worrying about bus fare. She opened a savings account. Started putting away $3,000 a month. By December 2022, she had $11,000 saved. More money than she'd ever had in her life. Emma felt hopeful for the first time in years. And that's when she met Julian. January 2023. Emma was on Instagram. She'd created a separate account to promote her OnlyFans. Posted teaser photos. SFW content. Links in bio. She got a DM. Hey. I came across your page and just wanted to say you're absolutely stunning. Hope you're having a great day. Emma got messages like this constantly. Hundreds a day. Most from men looking for free content or trying to get her personal information. But this one felt different. The profile wasn't a default egg avatar or a shirtless gym selfie. It was a professional-looking photo. A man in a suit. Well-groomed. Handsome. The bio said, entrepreneur. Crypto investor. Living between Dubai and LA, DM for business inquiries. The account had 48,000 followers. Posts of luxury cars. Penthouses with ocean views. Designer clothes. Private jets. Emma looked at the message again. It wasn't sexual. Wasn't pushy. Just, nice. She responded. Thanks. You too. And that was the beginning. His name was Julian Ashford. At least, that's what he said. He was 32. British. Lived in Dubai but traveled constantly for work. He was a cryptocurrency investor. Started trading Bitcoin in 2015 when it was $300. Made his first million by 2017. Now managed a portfolio worth over $20 million. That's what he told Emma. They started messaging daily. Julian was charming. Attentive. Asked about her day. Asked about Sophia. Seemed genuinely interested in her life. He didn't ask for nudes. Didn't ask for free content. Didn't even mention her OnlyFans after the first message. He talked about his life. His investments. His travels. Sent photos of sunsets from hotel balconies in Singapore. Videos of himself at rooftop restaurants in Dubai. Emma was cautious at first. She'd been messaged by countless men claiming to be rich. Claiming to want to take care of her. All of them eventually wanted something. But Julian seemed different. He didn't ask for anything. Just talked. Listened. Made her laugh. After 2 weeks of daily messages, Julian said. I know this might sound crazy, but I feel like I've known you forever. You're not like other people I meet. You're real. Emma's heart fluttered. No one had ever said anything like that to her before. Over the next month, Julian and Emma talked every day. He sent her good morning texts. Asked about Sophia. How she was doing, what she liked, what Emma was teaching her. He sent Emma flowers. To her mom's apartment. Red roses with a note, because you deserve beautiful things. Emma's mom saw the flowers. Asked who they were from. A friend, Emma said. Her mom raised an eyebrow but didn't push. Julian started video calling Emma. At first, Emma was nervous. What if he wasn't who he said he was? But when the call connected, there he was. The same man from the photos. Handsome. Dressed in expensive clothes. Sitting in what looked like a luxury apartment. You're even more beautiful in person, he said. Emma blushed. They talked for an hour. About everything. Her dreams. His work. What they wanted out of life. Julian told her about his childhood in London. How his parents had been poor. How he'd worked his way up. How cryptocurrency had changed his life. I used to be broke, Emma. I know what it's like to struggle. That's why I want to help people. I want to teach people how to make money the way I did. Emma asked, how did you do it? Julian smiled. Crypto. Smart investments. Knowing when to buy, when to sell. It's not gambling if you know what you're doing. I don't know anything about crypto, Emma admitted. I can teach you, Julian said. If you're interested. February 2023. Julian started sending Emma articles about cryptocurrency. Videos explaining blockchain. Success stories of people who'd made millions. Look, Julian said during one of their calls. I'm not saying you should invest your life savings. But if you put in even $5,000, I can show you how to turn it into $25,000 in a few months. Emma was skeptical. How? I have access to private trading groups. People who know the market inside and out. We get information before it goes public. We know which coins are about to blow up. Isn't that illegal? Julian laughed. No, it's not insider trading. It's just smart research. The big investors do this all the time. Emma thought about it. She had $14,000 saved. $5,000 was a lot. But if Julian was right? I don't know, Emma said. It sounds risky. I'll tell you what, Julian said. Put in $2,000. Just $2,000. I'll guide you through everything. If you lose money, I'll reimburse you personally. But you won't. I promise. Emma hesitated. But Julian had been nothing but kind to her. He'd sent her flowers. Talked to her every day. Never asked for anything inappropriate. Why would he scam her? Okay, Emma said. I'll try $2,000. The first investment. Julian walked Emma through setting up a cryptocurrency wallet. He recommended a platform called CryptoMax. Said it was the best for beginners. Easy to use. Secure. Emma downloaded the app. Created an account. Linked her bank account. She transferred $2,000. Julian told her which coin to buy. Something called all-chain. A smaller cryptocurrency that was about to explode. By now, Julian said. It's at 28 cents. In 3 weeks, it'll be at $1.80. Emma bought $2,000 worth of all-chain. And then she waited. 3 weeks later, Emma checked her wallet. All-chain was at $1.76. Her $2,000 was now worth $12,571. Emma stared at her phone. She couldn't believe it. She called Julian. Oh my God, it worked. I just made over $10,000. Julian laughed. I told you. This is what I do. This is how I made my money. I can't believe it. I just made $10,000 in 3 weeks. That's nothing, Julian said. If you'd put in $10,000, you'd have made $60,000. But I know you wanted to start small. That's smart. Emma's mind was racing. $10,000 in 3 weeks. That was almost what she made in a month on OnlyFans. What do I do now? Emma asked. You can cash out if you want, Julian said. Or you can reinvest. Let it grow. Double down while the market's hot. Emma thought about it. What would you do? I'd reinvest, Julian said. But it's your money. Your choice. Emma took a breath. I'll reinvest. Over the next 2 months, Emma invested more. She cashed out her initial $12,571 gain and reinvested $10,000. Then another $8,000. Then $12,000. Every time, Julian guided her. Told her which coins to buy. When to sell. When to hold. And every time, the value went up. By April 2023, Emma's portfolio was worth $68,000. She'd put in $32,000 total. And it had more than doubled. Emma couldn't believe it. She was making more from crypto in a month than she made from OnlyFans. She started thinking about the future. With this money, she could buy a house. A small house, but her own place. She could put Sophia in a private preschool. Maybe even go back to school herself. Get her degree. Julian encouraged her. You're doing amazing, Emma. Seriously. Most people don't have the guts to take this kind of risk. But you trusted yourself. Trusted me. And look where you are now. Emma felt proud. Felt smart. Felt like she was finally doing something right. And then Julian said something that changed everything. May 2023. Julian called Emma. He sounded excited. Emma, listen. I just got access to an exclusive investment opportunity. It's only available to people in my private group. But I can get you in if you're interested. What is it? a new cryptocurrency that's about to launch. It's called Quantum Coin. It's backed by some of the biggest investors in Dubai. The pre-sale is happening next week. Once it goes public, the price is going to skyrocket. How much does it cost? The pre-sale price is 30 cents per coin. But once it launches, analysts are predicting it'll hit $3 within the first month. That's a 10x return. Emma's heart raced. 10x return. That meant if she put in $100,000, she'd have $1 million. I don't have $100,000, Emma said. How much do you have? Emma checked her accounts. Between her crypto wallet, her savings, and her OnlyFans earnings that month, she had about $85,000. I have $85,000. But that's everything. That's my savings. My emergency fund. Everything. Julian was quiet for a moment. Emma, I'm not going to tell you what to do. But I will say this, opportunities like this don't come around often. I'm putting in $2 million myself. I wouldn't do that if I wasn't absolutely sure. But what if it doesn't work? What if I lose everything? You won't, Julian said. I've been doing this for 8 years. I've made millions. I know what I'm doing. And I wouldn't let you invest if I thought you'd lose money. You trust me, right? Emma hesitated. She did trust him. He'd been right every single time. He'd never steered her wrong. I trust you, Emma said. Then do it. Put in as much as you're comfortable with. Even if it's just $20,000. You won't regret it. Emma thought about Sophia. About the life she could give her. About never having to worry about money again. About buying a house. With a yard. And a good school district. About financial security for the first time in her life. Okay, Emma said. I'll do it. I'll put in $80,000. She'd keep $5,000 as an emergency fund. Just in case. Julian sent Emma the instructions. She needed to transfer the money to a specific wallet address. The pre-sale was only open for 48 hours. After that, the opportunity would be gone. Emma felt nervous. $80,000 was everything she had. Everything she'd worked for. Every late night on OnlyFans. Every custom video. Every exhausting conversation with lonely men. But Julian had been right before. Why would this be different? She opened her crypto wallet. Entered the wallet address Julian provided. Double-checked it. Triple-checked it. And then she hit send. $80,000. Gone in an instant. Emma stared at the confirmation screen. It was done. Now she just had to wait. For 2 weeks, Emma waited. Julian said the pre-sale would close, and then there'd be a 2-week period before Quantum Coin launched publicly. During that time, Emma couldn't sleep. She checked her wallet constantly. But the $80,000 just showed as pending. No updates. No changes. She messaged Julian. Hey, just checking in. When will the coins show up in my wallet? Julian responded a few hours later. Soon. The dev team is finalizing the smart contracts. It's all normal. Don't worry. Emma tried not to worry. But every day that passed, the knot in her stomach tightened. May 28, 2023. Julian messaged Emma. It's live. Quantum Coin just launched. Check your wallet. Emma's hands shook as she opened the app. But there was nothing there. No Quantum Coin. No $80,000. Just her original wallet balance of $5,000. Emma refreshed the app. Closed it. Opened it again. Nothing. She messaged Julian. I don't see anything. Where are the coins? No response. She called him. It went straight to voicemail. She messaged him again. Julian, I'm freaking out. Where's my money? No response. Hours passed. Emma checked the wallet address she'd sent the money to. It was empty. The $80,000 had been moved. Transferred out to another wallet. And then another. And then another. It was gone. Emma sat on the floor of her bedroom, staring at her phone. Julian wasn't responding. His Instagram account was still there, but he wasn't reading her messages. She Googled quantum coin. Nothing came up. No news articles. No website. No social media. She Googled Julian Ashford crypto investor. Nothing. She reverse image searched the photos Julian had sent her. And there it was. The photos were stolen. From a model's Instagram. From a luxury lifestyle account. From stock photo websites. Julian Ashford didn't exist. The man Emma had been talking to for 5 months, the man she'd trusted, the man she'd fallen for, was a scammer. And he'd just stolen $80,000 from her. Here's the hard truth. Emma Davis is not alone. Romance scams are one of the fastest growing crimes in the world. They don't start with money. They start with connection. Scammers create believable lives. Successful. Attractive. Patient. They build trust over weeks or months. And when the moment is right, they ask. Sometimes for a medical emergency. Sometimes for an investment. Very often, for cryptocurrency. Emma wasn't stupid. She wasn't naive. She was a young mother trying to survive. And someone knew exactly how to exploit that. If you take one thing from Emma's story, let it be this. If someone you've never met in person asks you to invest money, it's a scam. No matter how long you've been talking. No matter how real it feels. No matter how much you trust them. Here are the red flags Emma missed. He created urgency. Act now. He used cryptocurrency, irreversible, untraceable. He told her not to tell anyone. His photos were perfect, and stolen. If you see these signs, don't argue. Don't explain. Just leave. Here's what makes this worse. Emma wasn't vulnerable by accident. She was working minimum wage jobs that couldn't support a child. She turned to OnlyFans to survive. She was looking for a way out. And the systems meant to protect her, living wages, childcare, opportunity, failed her long before the scammer did. This doesn't excuse her choices. But it explains them. Until we fix that reality, scammers will always have victims. The hardest part wasn't the money. It was the shame. Emma didn't want to tell anyone. She didn't want to look stupid. And that silence is exactly what scammers depend on. Victims aren't weak. They're targeted. And speaking out is how that power breaks. Emma is 24 now. She still lives in Phoenix. Still lives with her mom. Still works on OnlyFans. She's paid off more than half her debt. She's saving again. Slowly rebuilding. Sophia is 5. In kindergarten. Happy. Loved. Emma doesn't regret everything. She doesn't regret surviving. She doesn't regret learning. What she regrets is trusting someone she'd never met. And letting desperation make decisions for her. If I could go back, she says. I'd tell myself. Don't trust anyone with your money unless you've met them. Don't invest what you can't afford to lose. And don't confuse hope with proof. She pauses. And I'd tell myself this too. You're doing your best. You're a good mom. And you don't need a miracle, you just need time. Emma lost $80,000. But she didn't lose herself. She's still standing. Still working. Still raising her daughter. And her story, painful as it is, might save someone else. That makes it worth telling. That makes it matter.